Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Could you guys give me a quick voice check? Gonna do a quick morning analysis for the community. It's time we stay completely in sync with the market, maybe twice a day, because there's so much opportunity, man. Made so much money over the last 12 hours. Like a ridiculous amount of opportunity in this market, just trading this volatility, right? Being patient, waiting and pouncing. So I think it's time, guys, to milk the more. You're gonna make more money in this 1 year than you will make in 4 years, right? It's that kind of market, man. I was, yeah. Let's just go get started. Let's just jump into it. Is the music's too loud, too soft? Probably too loud. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Start with the mango intro. How's it going, Saurav? And boom. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my name is Sean Dexter, and I welcome you back to your Mango live stream. Let me just make sure I can see the chat at all times. I'm still wondering if it will correct before the Bitcoin halving. So Rai, our methodology over here at Mango, and this has worked out really well for us for years now. Okay, our approach is that we don't let these events dictate how we trade. We follow the plan and we listen to what the charts are telling us. Okay, we did this for the ETF news. We did it for the Bitcoin halving. We essentially said, the event doesn't matter. How the charts are responding to any potential event is what matters to me. So when you think about it, it could be any event, right? But the chart's response is always dynamic, and that allows you to respond to the perceived fundamentals of the event as opposed to just trying to speculate on how the market will react to the event, right? Because you're speculating on how the market will perceive the event, guys, and that's just not a recipe for success, right? The charts give you signs as to how the market is really perceiving. You shouldn't speculate on the event itself. Now, I've gone over this multiple times with you guys, but I really hope you guys now fully see that it's much safer to read the charts as opposed to trying to read people's perception of the event. This also happened with BTFP. Let's go to Bitcoin really quickly. I have a chart open on Bitcoin somewhere around here. By the way, my targets are still the same from yesterday's live stream. I told you guys how there's a 35% probability based on the current structure of the charts that we hit 150K by July. Now, you guys may think that this is a bold target, but this is me not too happy with this because I wanted Bitcoin to take a much longer path towards 250K, 300K by 2025. But the way things are shaping up right now, 135K to 150K, okay? Now, many of you are here only for the target, so you got your target, you can stop watching the stream now. For those of you who actually want to learn, keep watching. BTFP, right over here, guys. Everybody got so bearish, right? But at Mango, we were like, whoa, firstly, the charts are looking fantastic still. And look at the response. Look at how we got picked up on this candle. And look at how the market followed through since then. So reading the charts is always safer than trying to read the actual event. Okay, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Everything fine, by the way? Audio? Forgot to place bid even after writing it down, says Saurav. Saurav is one of our OG Mangolians. He knows how important it is to jump into buying bids at this juncture of the market. I do want to do a quick housekeeping before we begin, guys. Kusha's birthday coupon is still running, B-Day 2024. We set up the coupon yesterday, so it's going to be active for a couple of days at the very least. So B-Day 2024, all Mango products are on sale. So essentially the Mango Dynamic, the Mango Seed, the Mango Sprouts program, the Mango dashboard as well, right? B-Day 2024. Secondly, we also have the Seed Clubhouse session as usual taking place tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. UTC. Do not miss it. There's been so much alpha in these sessions. So try to make it. A lot of seedlings have been, it's been growing in popularity recently. I'm loving it, loving it. Bean Eater will be doing a presentation tomorrow. No pressure, Bean. But I'm really, really excited. I've been loving your work, man, loving your work. It's been helping me. It's been helping me position myself for this bull market. Because it is one of those scary bull markets, man, where you gotta just, you have all this anxiety inside you telling you, no, this dip is gonna be the one that breaks Bitcoin down. But all the indicators are telling you to buy the goddamn dip, right? Even yesterday, guys. Okay, so we're going to go through a multi-time frame analysis today. We should start with the dashboard, actually. Okay, I want to show you guys on the dashboard. 4 hour flip long, 6 hours ago, volatility blue. Okay, volatility is compressing on the higher time frames too. The 12 hour was really, really high, now sitting at 70. Actually went down to 50 and now gone up to 70, I believe. But still, things were looking good. You should have been looking to buy the dips with this structure here. When you're seeing the trend long across all time frames, right, and you see a dip into a parabolic trend, like Bitcoin currently is essentially reaching parabolic phase. Not reaching, in my opinion, it has been parabolic for a while. Talk about that too very, very soon. But this is where you want to be buying dips, not getting scared. Yes, you could be wrong. Yes, the dip that you do buy may end up being the dip that actually breaks the trend, but you cannot think like that, because you will see every dip get picked up for the entire bull market, and the bull market's over. And then when you finally capitulate and start buying dips, that's when the trend actually ends. That's when things will actually break and you will feel so stupid. So it's so important to be able to identify that the trend has begun and start buying the dips. Okay, and we've been doing it since 2023. In fact, 2022 December. Right now, things are going to get that much more aggressive. Now you have to be a little bit more active. Right now is the time to be making all that goddamn money. Before, there were few actions and big wins. Right now, it's going to be like a lot of action. In and out, kind of. I'm telling you, I don't trade lower time frames often, but recently I have been because, again, Krisha's birthday coupon, don't forget. Recently I have been because there's been so much opportunity. Okay, so right over here, you guys can see that we started trending across the 4 hour dynamic so well. Every test was being picked up. Right. Once you identify this, you start trading it. Okay, you look for that trend to hold. If it doesn't hold, you know that, oh, there's a change of behavior, I'm going to start moving up a time frame. It's as simple as that. Okay, so what are we looking at over here? We're looking at the Mango Dynamic along with the Mango Equilibrium Tracker, and you guys can see that now the Mango Equilibrium Tracker, the equilibrium bands are wrapped around the volatility shaded area, right? We're seeing compressing volatility, the blue, leading into expanded volatility, which is the green, and the bands are now above it or at it, which is what I like, essentially indicating that, hey, you should be looking for a pickup or a bid opportunity, right? And this is telling me, guys, that we may actually see a break of the zone over here. These 2 yellow horizontals, we marked out like a couple of, I think last week, saying that, hey, we have weekly resistance overhead. Be careful over here, right? And you can see every test was being rejected. Every 4 hour candle was being rejected. And now we saw volatility compress, and now the bands wrap around the volatility area. It may actually break. Keep in mind though, that this is a rising channel into weekly resistance. So you should be careful. But in the bull market, you look for resistances to break and support to get picked up. As simple as that. In a bull market, you look for resistance to break, support to get picked up. Okay. Now moving on. Okay, if this breaks, fine. You look towards the next time frame to hold. But all time frames are getting picked up, guys. Look at this, the 6 hour time frame right over here. Same story. Equilibrium tracker looking good over here, right? When was your last bid opportunity, by the way, on the 6 hour? When was your last bid opportunity? This is how you start identifying the time frames that are working. Your bid opportunity was right over here. If you're looking at the Mango Equilibrium Tracker, again, look at the bands, right? The dotted shaded area, the bands are wrapping around the volatility area, right? And that was lining up with the fact that the 6 hour dynamic held right over here. Okay, I love the system. I freaking love the system. Okay, it's going to come out soon. I will be giving it to everyone who has a Mango Dynamic, everyone who currently has a Mango Dynamic access or who has bought it recently. Basically, when I start giving this out, I'm just going to be going on the list to see whoever has a Mango Dynamic, and I'll be giving it out to those folk, right, to keep my life simple. So right now, you can see that rather on this dotted line over here, I'm trying to teach it to you guys, so that way when you guys do get access, you guys can use it without having me to do video tutorials. By the way, the video tutorials on this will come, but they won't come immediately right after I give you guys access. Just bear with me. There's too much going on in the markets, and I've made this mistake before in the previous bull market where I was doing content and I missed out on an opportunity. This time I promised myself to not do that, which is why I'm here quickly doing the video so I can get ready for the market, whatever opportunities do arise. So again, the equilibrium bands wrap around the volatility shaded area. You see a dip into the Mango Dynamic too. You see it close. That's opportunity, showing that we may actually start leading into expansion. Remember, red means bearish volatility, okay, that is expanding. Orange means bearish volatility that is compressing. Green means bullish volatility that is expanding. Blue means bullish volatility that is compressing. Okay, as simple as that. I try to keep everything very simple and easy to read. Now 6R2 looks like it wants to explode to the upside. Look at the 6R getting picked up in the dynamic too, while the Mango equilibrium tracker is saying, hey, you're good to go, you're good to go, you're good to go. And now we wrapped around at or wrap, and I'm looking for continuation. That's 4R looking good, 6R looking good, and again, Mango dashboard is also looking good. Let's go ahead and now switch on over to the 12-hour time frame. Okay, 12-hour time frame, same story, wrapping around, compressing volatility. Now the last time we saw the 12-hour get a good test was here, which lined up with your 6-hour. You can see this green dotted line, guys. Okay, was the 6-hour buy opportunity that I showed you guys. That confluenced, right, with the 12-hour time frame. Great. But I think once you start seeing the parabolic run, if we break here, you need to start looking towards your 4-hour and your 6-hour, and don't look towards your 12-hour anymore. That equilibrium between the 12-hour should be expected to be lost. If we get another opportunity over here, down to the 12-hour dynamic, great. But just mentally get ready that for the deep opportunities to come very infrequently. But when they do come, they'll come with vigor. So this was our decision point that we talked about like a couple of weeks ago, where like if Bitcoin breaks this for a 12-hour dynamic, we're looking for this to go down, and we were looking for the Mango equilibrium tracker to flip red, right? It didn't happen. It held, and look at that. That was another signal, right? Right over here, you guys can see. Let me just delete all of this. Again, just teaching you guys how to use this before you guys get access to it. The Mango equilibrium tracker was wrapping around the volatility shaded area, which was your go signal that if you see a buy opportunity, go for it, right? So again, 12 hours looking good too. If the 12 hour takes out the high and we see a candle close above, if you take out the high as well as see a candle close above the zone over here, I'd like to see two, to be honest, because of the shape of this area. Two 12 hour candles above this area with the high taken out would be really, really nice. And I'd be looking for continuation. The 4 and the 6 hour look fantastic though, man. The 4 and the 6 hour look like it wants to go. Okay. Now, I think we're done with the dynamic. No. Okay. Yeah. 4-day looking good in expansion phase. Just quickly to show you guys, we're in expansion phase. We are also in the last time we had the 4-day dynamic test was around 38,000. And now we're in expansion phase, okay? I'm looking for equilibrium to be lost over here completely on the 4-day. Same story with the weekly. The last buy opportunity was all the way down over here. We talked about it through other TA as well at around 26, 28K. Do you guys remember this phase? Great stuff though. Massive expansion. If you zoom out, right, you're going to see that the weekly Mango equilibrium tracker is so good at keeping you bearish or bullish at the right periods, right? You would have flipped bullish over here at the BTFP dump, right? Somewhere around there, actually before that, right? And then you would have been riding this trend this entire time. It would have actually kept you out of the false signals on the Mango Dynamic too. So it's a really, really good way to filter out any kind of false signals on the Dynamic too. Wouldn't call it false signals too, right? Because I still would go back and hedge my positions out just like I did. I would still do the same thing. Because look at what you're sacrificing, guys, in terms of hedges. You're only sacrificing a few percent. 6%, you're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to stay out of the market for the 6% range. Get back in when we clear it, right? Very, very simple. Very, very simple. Okay. So yeah, weekly looking good on the Mango Dynamic. Now we're going to be going into our Ichimoku analysis, 4-hour time frame Ichimoku analysis. We're going to start with a 4-hour Ichimoku analysis. Tenkin looking good, Kijun looking good. Everything is in equilibrium. Cloud is green. 200 moving average is also coming in confluence with the bottom of the cloud. I really like this. Looks like it wants to break to the upside and start an anti-equilibrium trade, right? So this is looking fantastic on the 4-hour. Ichimoku looking good. Let's go on over to the 12-hour. 12-hour is also looking good. A tad bit out of equilibrium, but I like the 200 moving average lining up with the cloud. Kijun coming in at around 60,000. That wouldn't be a bad place to place a bid, to be honest. Just keep a bid over there. But again, not a leverage bid. okay, spot bids, and then build it into a leverage trade if you want to. 12 hours also looking good, guys. 12 hours looking good, 4 hours looking good. Now let's move on over to our high time frames. 4-day is suggesting that we are in a parabolic stage, okay? That's what people aren't understanding, right? Remember when we talked about the Kumo over here, okay? We talked about how we see a breakout of the cloud, see a suck into the Kumo. We don't know how deep the suck is going to be. Remember, you're only looking for a pullback once price starts living above the Kumo. You don't know how deep the high low is going to be. Once you start seeing price take that high low and escape, you reach escape velocity, right? You reach the parabolic stage. This has happened over and over and over again with Bitcoin, guys. Like same story happened with Bitcoin somewhere around, can't see the cloud over here. Should I switch to BLX and lose this chart? Because BLX has more chart history. But anyways, over here too. Once price escapes the Kumo, right? You're seeing, you see, look at this, right? Pull back, you don't know how deep the pullback is, and then just escape, right? So I feel based on what's going on over here, guys, that we may not have all that much time to run, but we will run hard, right? We will run hard. Look at the time between the Kumo twist and price was around 142 days. Would that mean 142 days from the Kumo would mean somewhere around April? We could run right into the halving and then look for your next pullback and then maybe another last run before we end things off. So April, June, guys, this is what I mean by, even though I have this target over here saying 35% probability that we hit 135K by July, I don't want this to be true. I don't want this to be true. I'd rather Bitcoin pull back over here and we come back into equilibrium on the 4-day, right? So yeah, 4-day is saying that we are entering an equilibrium, not an anti-equilibrium stage, right? Escape velocity stage, mini parabolic stage is what I want to call it. Cloud has flipped green as well, indicating the same thing. Remember what I said, I will not be looking for a parabolic move on Bitcoin until we see the weekly cloud turn green. Well, we saw the weekly cloud turn green, but we're not seeing a pullback into equilibrium. Instead, we are seeing Bitcoin go vertical. Bitcoin needs to chill out here, or we need to start looking for that parabolic move, okay? So, is everything clear there? Let me take a quick breather before I move on. Any questions, guys? Guys, any questions on Bitcoin? I gave you guys my thoughts on Cardano yesterday. I don't want to, I'm not saying that the bubble pops earlier than expected. I'm saying that we see a parabolic move earlier than expected and we got to be on guard. The bubble could inflate and then keep inflating, okay? I'm not here to call tops or bottoms. I'm here to play the information in front of me. It's very, very important to understand, guys. I'm not trying to say that the bubble pops earlier than expected. Yeah, I'm not here to call a top. I'm here to tell you that we are going to be going into a parabolic move earlier than expected. Okay, I've been saying that since Monday. It is Wednesday now. Sean, do you think altcoin mega rally is coming? We all want it to happen. I'm positioning for them now. By the way, if you guys are in the seed chat, I posted a seed trade setup in the altcoin section. And that trade is already doing fantastically well, right? I think we're like around 85% up on that trade. And I think it has Honestly, I think that has way more to go. But again, like I warned you guys, be a little bit more careful on this one. It is going to be a volatile chart, and use your seed risk management tools on that one. This is what I'll say. If you have not finished the seed program, do not trade that. Just watch it, because there will be more opportunities, okay? Believe me, there will be more opportunities, and I will post them. I just want to see that you guys are being responsible, though. If you guys are not being responsible, I will not post them. So be responsible. There's so much money to be made in this market, man. Like yesterday, these were obvious freaking trades. These were obvious trades. And use your seed support and resistance along with your trend analysis to feel confident on how to put on the trades. Because people, you know what happens? People see the opportunity, but when you're not skilled to handle the risk, right? Because we talk about risk, volatility, etc., at seed. That's why you're comfortable to put on the trade. If you do not, take the time, and you don't, by the way, I'm saying all this, but you don't need seed. You can self-study all of this yourself. Just watch the daily videos. Just watch all the live streams. Go onto the Mango Discord and watch all the Mango highlights that Sean posted. That's enough. But you need to put in the effort, time and effort through some way to get prepared for this market. Through some way, put in the time and effort. And I've been saying this for a few months now. Now maybe it's too late to capture. Maybe it's too late to have the skill to play the Bitcoin rally. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys the hard truth. Maybe it's too late, but it's not too late to capture the altcoin rally that will come. You need to have the skill to know how to buy the dips safely and to have the confidence to hold on to the dips. These are all freaking buying opportunities, right? Like when I woke up on Monday morning and I did that video for you guys, I don't do daily videos often, right? I don't do daily videos often. But when I do them, it's because there's a effing reason. Okay, I'm seeing something. And I said, guys, I think Bitcoin's going to go. Now we're sitting at 72,684. Kusha says, I think every seedling here can vouch for it. Yeah. Or you're talking about this risk management module, right? Seed program is a life changer, game changer. Okay, Sandon says, if we move parabolically into the halving, then see a pullback after the halving, then equilibrium reset, this could be a first for Bitcoin and all historic cycles will be negated. My man Stanton. Stanton is finally turning into the Mango I've always wanted him to turn into. Exactly, dude. Every signature is being negated. That is the only signature that Bitcoin has been holding true to. That every signature is negated. Okay? Do not play historic signatures. That's a recipe to get wrecked. If it works out, great. We'll be prepared for it anyways. But go into the market with the mindset that everything will break. Everything will break. Well, we're going to see Bitcoin break right now. Sean, I lost my other page, but I've been watching you for years. Hey, man, awesome. Good to see you here. You lost your other account, you mean? Okay, he goes on to say, and out of this past year, I finally get to do it full time. Blessing to you and Krisha. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. He says the new indicator looks great. Yeah, it's dude. I freaking love this. I love it. It's combined with the dynamic. This system over here is now a trend what would I call it? A trend, equilibrium, and volatility indicator all wrapped in one. Right? This system, trend, equilibrium, and volatility indicator all wrapped in one. I love it. Good stuff, though, dude. Good stuff. You've turned into a full-time trader. This life is addictive. You can never go back. You can never go back to the 9-to-5 grind after this. Congratulations. Okay. Any questions before I move on? So we finished the trend analysis, the Ichimoku analysis, the volatility analysis. Now we're going to be wrapping up with oscillator analysis really, really quickly. Start with a 4-hour time frame. 4-hour oscillators looking fine. Okay, looking fine over here. We did have that bearish divergence that flipped into. We talked about this, right? I did that daily video. That daily video I did was we talked about the bearish divergence that is likely going to flip into bullish divergence, and that's exactly what we did. Bearish divergence between this point and this point over here. You can see lower high on RSI, higher high on price, but then you flipped into bullish divergence, got supported on the 4-hour dynamic, 6-hour dynamic. This is the green horizontal. This is in that video, guys. Okay, this is the steps. Let's go type it. In that video, I said, hey, this is bearish divergence, right? But be careful, it's going to likely flip into bullish divergence, and most people don't most people miss out on that. They see 4-hour bullish divergence in a bull trend and they say, okay, this is crashing to zero. That's it, Bitcoin's done. They don't realize that in a bull trend, you should be looking for bearish divergence to flip into bullish divergence, especially when it gets picked up on support. So you should be looking for those kind of bullish signals as soon as the bearish divergence triggers, because that bearish divergence could trigger into a strong bullish divergence, right? And how do you look for those triggers? Well, we talked about it at the beginning of this, where we looked for the equilibrium tracker lining up, the 4-hour equilibrium tracker lining up with the 6-hour equilibrium tracker, and then you see confluence with that thesis, right? You look towards your oscillators only as a catalyst, only as that booster. And what would be a booster here? Oh, wait a minute, I'm seeing bearish divergence flip into bullish divergence while we're coming down into the 4-hour, 6-hour dynamic and the Mango equilibrium tracker all coming into confluence, right? Boom, that's your trade right over there. You look to pick this up and price goes all the way here, right? So yeah, again, this is just one trade setup. You guys can maybe use it in a different way too. Okay, maybe you're using different indicators, but your divergences, this is something that everyone uses, right? This is how you use it, guys. Bearish could flip into bullish, bullish could flip into bearish, depending on the market structure. Market structure is bullish over here, so you look for bullish divergence. Now, how's everything else playing out? Everything else now is just normal. This is strength, living above the yellow dotted zone over here on the Mango Mother. This is just strength. Now we're going to switch on over to the 12-hour time frame. 12-hour time frame too, same story. We had bearish divergence flip into bullish divergence, right? Right, I believe, yeah, bearish divergence in this point over here, flip into bullish divergence right over here between this area here and this area here, right? You can see your bullish divergence between those two zones using candle closes, of course. And now we're seeing strength, just strength, or stochastics is strength as well. That's your 12-hour. Daily, same story over here on the daily. We had high lows on the daily. Stochastics, daily is just showing strength. We did have bearish divergence, flip into bullish divergence on the daily as well. So much. Okay, so much confluence. Now we're going to move on over to the weekly. Weekly, there is something that we need to be keeping an eye on over here, guys. Last time, the RSI, you know what? Let's switch to BLX for this. BLX for this. We need more price history, that's why. Okay. But you guys can see that the RSI doesn't live above the green dotted zone all that often. Okay. Now I want to be very, very cognizant of using this as a oversold or overbought indicator, but you can use this as a, okay, this is where the market is super strong, but how often, or rather, how long does Bitcoin stay super strong historically, right? The duration we stay super strong isn't that long historically. Now that signature could break. We could stay super strong for a very, very long time. 2017, we did that. We were shot up, we came down, right? Consolidated and went super strong again. Shot up, stayed down, came down. You know, we kept doing it. So be cognizant of using this as overbought, oversold. You use it as this market is super strong. How long will it stay super strong, right? But this is showing me strength. This is not showing me oversold. That's not how I read this. Showing me strength. But how long are we going to stay strong is the big question. We could be breaking highs over here, all-time highs. All-time high is 94, right? Yeah, all-time high was 2020's rally, 94. Okay, oscillators looking fine. Anything else I want to talk about? I think that's it. This is the final thing I want to talk about. Based on everything I'm seeing today, if we break the highs on the low time frames, see the continuation on the 4-hour, etc., this probability will shift upwards by next week. All right. I'm tired. That's it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. We are done. Now remember, there's a birthday coupon running and Seed Clubhouse session tomorrow at Thursday, 10:30 a.m. UTC. Do not miss it. Be there or be a circle. Just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown on what's going on, guys. 4-hour looking good. If it smashes through this, we are going. 12-hour looking good too. Sorry, that was 6-hour. 12-hour looking good too. Look at the candle. Let's hope we close over here. The lower to mid time frames are going to be dictating. Keep an eye on the dashboard. Remember, dashboard on the 4-hour volatility has compressed. 12-hour looking good too. Could smash through, man. Could smash through. Should we look at coins that haven't caught up to Bitcoin? I mean, we'll be looking at the entire market now, right? There are very, very, very few coins that have been keeping up with Bitcoin. So you'll be looking at the entire market. It all depends on how your portfolio allocation strategy is. So going back over here, I told you guys what I'm looking at. I was hoping for altcoins to show some strength, but if you go back to Bitcoin dominance, dude, and you look at this structure here, our initial thesis was, hey, we lost the weekly dynamic. I'm looking for this to come down, right? But look how fast we reclaimed it. Once we reclaimed it, what do you look for? You look for consolidation around the weekly dynamic, right? And that could last, what do I say? Now that we reclaim the weekly dynamic, we got to look for consolidation for multiple weeks. That could last months, right? Because let's say you're consolidating for 6 weekly candles. That's a month and a half. 8 weekly candles. Is that like, if it was a 4-hour, you wouldn't be too surprised with 8 candles consolidating, right? That's only 32 hours. That's only a day and 12 hours, right? A day and 8 hours. But for some reason, people think that on the weekly that can't happen. But that's exactly what happens. Once you lose the trend, and if you don't see continuation immediately, you're going to look for consolidation around the dynamic, which would mean monthly consolidation, right? Or monthly still in structure. And if you look at the monthly, guys, the monthly is still in an uptrend. Now, this could break down, but you don't know when it could break down. It could keep going like this up until this green level and then break down. So what was my conclusion? My conclusion was, guys, we all want an altcoin rally, but we got to wait months before it happens, right? We got to wait months before we see the trigger. And a month has already passed now since I said it, I think, around 3 weeks at the very least. This could break down, but I said that I have, so let's say I have around 90 to 95% Bitcoin. I wanted to shift to 75%. I wanted to shift to 75% altcoins. I canceled this, or I pushed it back until I see the triggers. I'm like, nope. Based on what Bitcoin did, based on what Bitcoin dominance did, I will no longer be shifting towards 75% altcoins. So personally, I am not doing it. I'm still trying to stay within the 90 to 95% band. Sorry, I'm still trying to push from 95% to 90, but Bitcoin keeps rallying, right? So I keep having to readjust. So I'm adding, but not drastically. Like this would be a drastic shift, right? No. Again, this is all rough, eh? Like I don't nitpick with my numbers, but it's somewhere around there, 90, 92, 95, some moves. You guys get it? Keep things simple, guys. Keep things simple. Simple has done us so well. Yeah, altcoin rallies tend to happen when Bitcoin is doing nothing. Exactly, because people aren't. What does that tell you? It tells you that inherently deep down, everyone cares about their Bitcoin value of their portfolio. People can keep saying, oh, I'm an altcoin, etc. But at the end of the day, if Bitcoin actually outperforms your altcoin, you feel like complete crap. Okay, you feel like complete crap. But if one altcoin outperforms another altcoin, you don't care all that much. You're like, my altcoin will get its time. Okay, because there's so many altcoins you don't care about. Ultimately, everyone in the cryptosphere, even the Ethereum folk, they are all hardcore Bitcoiners. Everyone measures their portfolio against the king because that is the one true scarce asset, right? So I had to come to terms with that in 2018. I'm like, man, I can rationalize away all I want to. And that's what I was doing. I was trying to rationalize away my underperformance against Bitcoin. I'm like, no, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to start keeping that in the forefront of everything I do. It's so hard to do the simple thing. Yeah, That's what I tweeted, right? That's what I tweeted when Dan Held said something. Let me go pull out that tweet. And by the way, follow me on Twitter. How do I open up a new tab? Okay, there we go. Okay, I follow me on Twitter, and I said here, right over here, I said it's simple, not easy. Holding ain't easy, but that's why you get paid by the market when you do. Because Dan Held, he said, everything he said is true, right? He's like, in this bull run, you will see many dips, hodl. Your friends will buy random shitcoin that does well, hodl. You will get FUD from mainstream press, family, friends, hodl. When you make gains that make you want to quit your day job, hodl. It's easy, just hodl. But he knows better. He knows better than anyone else to not say this. It's not easy. It's not easy to hodl, right? And I went on to say, it's simple, not easy. Hodling ain't easy, but that's why you get paid by the market when you do, right? Even this trend trade that I hodled, right? It was a trade that I hodled all the way from picking 16K. It was not easy, but it was simple. Do you guys know how much FUD we got from inside the community? We had people typing out freaking paragraphs after paragraphs as to why the market is bearish at around 20K. But like, dump it, Sean, dump it. I used to get PMs from people saying, hey man, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? It was not easy to stay strong, mentally strong to your plan. I'm like, yeah, man, maybe I'm wrong, but I'll feel good about following my plan because my success as a trader has nothing to do with the outcome. My success as a trader is how well I followed my plan. And this is the plan I set out. Maybe I was an idiot. I'll find out. Ajay says, my best trade ever. So much went into the good stuff, man. Weeks of hard work. Yeah, dude. We grinded. We grinded. Yeah, the 10K. Yeah, man. Everyone calling for 10K, 12K, 8K. And remember, guys, I put out my plan. I documented it. I wrote it in stone for you guys so you guys can call me out forever if I was wrong on it. It's on YouTube as well. And it's on Twitter. It's pinned right here. 24K target, 1, target 2, equilibrium, trade all the way to 42K. And then we said, wait for the cloud to turn green. What happened when the cloud turned green, guys? As soon as we saw the weekly cloud turn green, where is it? Is this 4-day? Weekly is here. Yeah. Price ripped from, I think we were at 58K or something like that. Somewhere around here, right? Okay, I'll take a couple more questions before we wrap up. 39 minutes already. We should be wrapping up in like 2 minutes. Market wide volatility, by the way, make sure that you keep an eye on this. Market wide volatility is red for the daily. 2-day is red as well. 4-day is orange, suggesting that we have longer to go on the parabolic moves. Weekly is red. Oof. So I'd like to see a little bit of, I'd really like to see some. Once the weekly starts going into the 75-80 zone, you guys should just say, okay, we are in the parabolic stage. We got to be a little bit more careful until we see compression, right? 4 hour is good, coming down. 12 hours, 70, again, daily. I'm looking in the right-hand corner over here, by the way, guys. This is essentially measuring the entire market's volatility and trend analysis. Trend profile. Red Liger says, what Dan Held says is so true. My father's a prime example of someone who is very against Bitcoin and shows contempt towards me pouring so much of my savings into it, always shouting at me about it. Yeah, dude. Krishan, I got lots of family pushback as well. Lots of family pushback. But now they're all believers, right? They all love to turn believers when Bitcoin's making new highs. You don't get paid for doing... I'm not going to get into any of that. Not right now. Not so late in the stream. Okay, so I'm going to wrap up now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Remember, again, Krisha's birthday coupon is running at the moment. B-Day 2024 is a coupon. It works on all products, including the Mango Dynamic, Mango Seed, Mango Sprouts, Mango Dashboard, And is there anything else? Touch me on shit. Cheers, Scotty. Thank you all for joining. I'll see you guys in the next one. I may do one again in another 12 hours because another 9 hours maybe. Okay, so 9 hours from now, we may actually do another live stream. I just wanted to do a quick Bitcoin review for you guys because there's so much opportunity in the market. We may start needing to be a lot more active. I've been making a shitload of money just by pouncing on opportunities. When you see opportunities, like pounce. You don't need to be right. Okay, you need to know how to exit your trades when you're wrong. Okay, but the next opportunity will be a winner. As long as in a bull market, right, you're going to be a lot more, you're going to be right a lot more times than being wrong. So jump on those opportunities, pounce on them, make money. Okay, kill it, guys. See you guys in the next one. Ciao.